Hello, everyone. It's always nice to have a friend that we used to work together for a number of years talking to you. So, Snita, please tell me a bit about yourself, where you work and what you do and how you got there.
Hi, Evgeny. It's great to see you. I know we overlapped many years ago at the Herjavec Group, and I've since moved on. And I'm currently at the MaRS Investment Accelerator Fund. We're a seed stage fund focused in Ontario, and we're one of Ontario's most active seed stage investments funds. We've been in operation since 2010 and have invested in over 130 companies within the Ontario area.
So, Ontario, I mean Canada. If somebody watching outside of Canada, do you also invest in companies that are in US or Europe?
No, our fund's mandate is really to focus on this province and the companies within this province.
Nice. Now, you mentioned seed, and I think there's a bit of confusion on the market. What does it actually mean? Is this mean when I have an idea, I run to Snita, or what?
So seed stage to us means that there's tech developed, you're in market with some early market traction. So there's some proof points there that the product that you've developed works. It's really solving a massive problem. And that there is a large market size potential here. But you need to have some sense of like, what does that go to market strategy look like? What does the sales process look like? And not that it needs to be fully figured out, but that there needs to be some semblance and some traction there. And traction can be in a variety of ways. It could be customers signed contracts in place. It could be in the form of POCs that will translate into long-running contracts.
Now, what kind of help you guys provide and for what kind of companies? I myself in cybersecurity, but I'm guessing you can help a variety of companies.
Yeah, it's a really good point, Evgeny. So our fund is industry agnostic. So we've done, B2B enterprise SaaS businesses. We have done cybersecurity businesses as well. Some of the ones that were in our fund, Rank Software that exited to Arctic Wolf, Cybeats that recently exited to Relay Medical, CYBERNETIQ is another one, Zighra is another one, and most recently Cavelo that's been added to our fund. But we also do go into some digital health companies. So Maple, which, in this country, you might all be familiar with, Maple Health, Verto Health, MedMe are also fund companies that we've invested in through our fund. And what we're really doing at our team is really providing company support from that seed to Series A stage. So, as entrepreneurs, as you're looking for a fund to invest into your company, encourage you to understand what other value are they adding to you. Not all dollars are just dollars. So are the investment coming along with access to additional customers or talent that you can add to your team? You want to find venture funds that are able to add greater value to your business as you're on your journey, which can be really challenging.
Tell me about value. We always talk about this. What kind of value you can provide for a company that you help?
So it's really important for a company to know like what they need help with during that stage. Is it that go-to-market that they need some advisory and guidance on? Is it on the product development side and focusing on like what elements of the product to focus on in their development? Is it on that customer acquisition and focus there too? Like what are you really looking to? What are the biggest problems you're working to solve at this stage with this investment? And then finding the right syndicate partners. So designing your cap table so you have the expertise in those areas. Is it folks that can connect you with customers down in the States? Or is it folks that can connect you with certain industry partners? You really need to hone in on like what you need as an entrepreneur with this stage, and then find the partners that can help you there.
Does it mean that you guys have mentors, or it's like a program that everyone need to go through, or it's individual for every company depending on the needs?
Yeah, so for our fund, it's not so much an accelerator program. I know the word accelerator is in the name, but we're looking at companies and then tracking over a period of time as they're on their journey before we make that decision to invest. We do have access to advisors and a network of folks that we're connected with that we're able to pull in on and provide to our companies to connect with at different times.
Nice. In one of your LinkedIn posts, you mentioned this is the correct time, this is the right time to do this. Tell me more. Why or now? Why not a year ago? Why not to wait?
So I think the article you're referring to, and we'll share a link to that. It was a great article by Damien Steele that Omer is that like Canada's having a really good time right now with seed stage investment, and for entrepreneurs, it's a great time to start to think about launching a business and to go through the process of launching a business. You know, our ecosystem has been, you know, we've been at it for quite a number of years, but in the 4.5 years now that I've been in the ecosystem, I've seen a real growth in the number of companies we're seeing, the number of seed stage and early stage investors that are growing, like, and a lot of great angels that are also stepping up to support companies. And there's always been great angels around through the programs or through groups like GTAN, the Golden Triangle Angel Networks, under the Equation Angel umbrella, Maple Leaf Angels, York Angels. But most recently, we saw the launch of Backbone Angels, which is women executives that were at Shopify that have grown their own angel group here. So we're seeing a lot more sophistication with the pool of investors that are stepping in to help companies.
I'm wondering if I have an idea and I want to go to you or to your team to ask for help. What would I need?
So if you're maybe, you know, pulling it aside, not just to our team, but if you're going to any seed stage investor or to any investor, you really need to demonstrate that you've done your homework, right? So that you have a sense of the problem that you're solving, and you have a sense of like how much that problem costs your customers, how much, you know, headache is it for them, and then describing your solution that has been developed. And you want a solution that's you know, a painkiller, not just a vitamin, so that it's really solving that problem in a meaningful way. From there, we start to analyze, like, what does that market look like? How possibly big can this business be? How many people are struggling with?
Do you accept anyone to present to you, or I need to send you an email with all the information, and then based on the information, you will decide if you want to talk to this company?
Yeah, so in the ecosystem, and for our fund specifically, like, there's an online application that companies can apply to and share their information there. Throughout the ecosystem, though, like, there's a variety of ways to get in front of investors. One is, you know, cold emailing is an option. Warm introductions always help just a bit better. But then there is, like, within the ecosystem, a variety of events that can help facilitate some of those contacts. Like, for example, we just went through the Collision conference, and that was a great opportunity for a lot of startups to meet with investors in this geography and beyond. Like, those are great platforms to bring folks together. And even in these COVID times where everything's happening virtually, it was really well done, and a lot of great connections are still able to be made.
I guess my last question, do I need to be a superstar? Do I need to have my business before, or I can just be anyone and apply?
Well, I think it's you want to have the right team around you as you're growing that business, right? So you want that team to be made up of somebody that has some industry expertise and understands, you know, the space that you're solving the problem for. You want somebody with business acumen that can, you know, help drive the operations and manage that side of things. But then you also want somebody who maybe has that growth marketing expertise, and that might be your business operations person. Then, you know, another really important people that you need at that stage is somebody who's leading the tech side of things, that development of the product. And that could be, you know, all within one person at the seed stage. And as the business grows, it expands to be different people in those roles. But that's kind of what that team should look like out of the gate. We see, you know, folks that are coming right out of school with great ideas and great execution, but we are also seeing folks that have experienced these problems firsthand in their careers, where they were working and have developed a solution to solve for those problems. We've also seen great businesses that have spun out of service businesses, where people were initially providing the service themselves, found something that they could productize, and then spin that out to its own product. There's no one path to get into entrepreneurship or launching a startup, but whichever path works for you is totally fair.
Great. Snita, thank you very much. It was great talking to you, and we'll put all the links on LinkedIn later on. Thank you.
Awesome. Have a great day, Evgeny.